combs it? Oh, yeah. I know you don't like me playing with this, but he's just combing the fleas out. I don't like that. He's just a comb. I know they're really like this, but God, it's combing and combing it. I can't. Where my mouth, I just, it just gets any longer around your mouth. I do not like it. He's always good. No husband and wife? No. He's up. Is he in Kansas City? Okay. Is he going to be able to go to Basin tomorrow?
Yes, I'll be there tomorrow morning. He's going to drive it.
That's what I thought. That'd be a lot closer than this.
Is there any different time for maybe?
That's like a 3-hour drive. 3 hours here, 3 hours back. Allison will play Peyton. Let me see what she, I don't know if she's good. She has a waiter match.
Yeah.
So a lot of matches she'll have a match.
If I told her phone up there and I'll yell at her.
Okay, there you go. There you go, that works. I don't, Allison sits over here. I don't know if you met her before. Okay. Usually she has the different
He's one of those guys without a Facebook skill.
looks like she's working on something over there. So maybe she's I don't think I could drive to Kansas City to that match. Maybe. I've missed one football game. He didn't.
I'm not always here for
it. He does. He didn't go to 2 days. And I've missed one game. I've ever missed. Yeah, well, I didn't have to travel though. I went to a school district, so it's a lot easier.
Yeah, that time, I'm around
You got
it.
sometimes you were with the high school when I was in junior high. You couldn't be everywhere. I didn't have that problem. I think poor kid. Well, the definition of get table held. I make mistakes. One day. One time they won't even know that it happened. But I'm sure there was times in junior high that you were with the high school. I was quicker at rethinking. You guys can.
I remember in college. I remember doing this. It was like a whole life.
Oh, south of the farm, over Western Hill. Oh, okay. Well, there's a Wedkey Hill curve. We didn't make it very hard. You 3 boys, I think, one night. Probably over half done my career. I was sick of the soul. Yeah, right. Don't come over here. I don't need you. Need you. Warm one. What? Can I get all of you? It's like little ducklings, right? We got little ducks following.
singing our national anthem from the Concordia High School Choir.
Through the perilous
concert. Thank you for your support. pounds. Tonight for the Red Raiders, cash cleanser. For your Panthers, you know him as the Kansas Rattlesnake, Colton Haskett. Back in 175 for Wamego cash cleanser. Now wrestling 175 pounds for Wamego Atlantic Sweep. For the Panthers, Reaper Ramirez.
Everybody. We must have that makes it hard to
Wamego ladies time match. We want to draw your attention to our new scoreboard at the north end of the gymnasium. That scoreboard is 100% from donations. No school dollars, school tax dollars were used for that. You see the sponsors around there. If you enjoy this, thank them for their contribution to Concordia High School and giving us something that looks really nice. So again, thank you. No tax dollars used on that, all from local support. Let's go right up to our starting lineup tonight for our varsity contest on the girls' side. At 100 pounds for Wamego, Bacon Razzle. For the Panthers at 100 pounds, Tatum Woodoo. 105 pounds tonight for Wamego, Sydney Bollinger. 105 pounds tonight. The Panthers are open. A 110 tonight for Wamego on the screen. And for your Panthers at 110 pounds, Tierney Rose. 115 pounds for the Red Raiders, Rachel Barber. For the Panthers at 115, Harlan Bannister. With the 120 pounds for Wamego, Allison Springer. For your Panthers at 120, Bridget Locklinger. 125 tonight for Wamego, Zoe Warren. 125 pounds tonight, the Panthers are open. 130 pounds for Wamego, Eva Bull. Your Panthers are 130, Ariana Wamego. 135 tonight for Wamego, Trinity Bowles. Your Panthers are 135, Gabby Lane. 140 pounds tonight for Wamego, Elder Klein. Your Panthers will be open at 140. 145 pounds tonight for the Red Raiders, Ella Yako. Your Panthers, Ruby Chillery. 155 pounds tonight for the Red Raiders, Sierra Hoffman. For your Panthers, Joey
actually get to settle it on the match. You know, whoever's going to win the most matches tonight between these girls at this girls' duel is going to be who ends up being the winner.
So starting out our evening will be weight class 100, where the freshman Tegan Leduc will go against one of the best sophomores and, well, let's just call it like it is, the second best wrestler in Class 4A, Peyton Brazel, who has 12-1 earlier this season. Jeremy, what makes her so tough?
Well, you know, Wamego's got some really good girls on their team that they've been wrestling for quite a while. They've been in, you know, they've been in a lot of tough matches. You know, and Peyton is one of those girls too. That, I mean, she's done really well at Kid State over the last few years, moving up to this high school level. She's just kept it right on rolling. So, you know, and in girls wrestling, you do still see some disparity between girls that have been wrestling for a long time, and then it's still a relatively new sport. So you've got a lot of girls that are still trying it out, or, you know, still trying to get it figured out first couple years. And so there's still a little bit of a gap between girls that have, you know, a decade of experience versus girls that have a couple years of experience. But you are going to start really seeing that gap close. And I always tell, you know, parents and fans and stuff, you know, one of the biggest differences that you see is between that first and second, and then that second and third year, you have such huge jumps in maturity and skill levels. So that's what we're really going to be looking for here tonight is for our girls, can we take that maturity jump as far as how we look, what we're trying to score with, you know, what moves are in the back of our head that we're already thinking about trying to hit, rather than, you know, waiting until we're in a position and, oh, okay, now what do I got to do? So, but Tegan's got a tall order here. She's also been giving up quite a bit of weight. You know, she wrestles for 100 pounds and does not weigh 100 pounds. So that always makes it a little bit tougher. So
2 minutes put up on the clock as...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead there, Jeremy, yeah.
No, Peyton in on a real quick high C, quick takedown on Tegan, and hops right into a crossface cradle here. It's got Tegan in some trouble. Tegan's doing a good job of trying to kick, trying to break the hands, but she ends up giving up the fall. But just a really strong, aggressive approach from a girl like Peyton that is just going to go out there and really take care of business. You know, Tegan is still got some work to do, but she's looking better this year overall.
So the way dual scoring works for those tuning into the sport or just watching on Cat Scratch Productions, and thank them for everything they're doing here tonight as well, it is 6 points for the team if you get a pin or you win by an open or a medical forfeit, 5 points for a tech fall, which means you win by 15 points or more, 4 points for a major decision, which is an 8-point to 14-point victory, kind of falling in that range. And then just a regular decision is 3 points for the team, and that's where if you win by 1 point or 7 points. So you're going to see Wamego jump out to a quick 12-0 lead when it comes to the team score as Peyton Brazel gets the pin, and then Sydney Bollinger, the sophomore for Wamego, had a open, I should say, for Concordia. Now we move into weight class 110, where the senior, Turney Bro, will go against the sophomore and really good Red Raider, who's 12-3 on the season, Bella Stream, as both teams are kind of wearing the same color, so it makes it a little bit difficult. Both wearing the black, right, Lauren? I mean, geez, that's tough.
I know. I've noticed that even in the JV matches, they weren't all wearing the same uniform, so you really had to figure it out.
So both teams are wearing black uniforms with kind of red trim, as Concordia is in the, are they in the green?
Yeah.
Concordia's in the green.
Well, they actually had them
the
switch to start, and the referee made them switch because even the wrestlers got it backwards.
Yeah.
So,
2 minutes put on the clock here in period number 1, and we're underway.
Yeah, the Concordia team has the stripes down the side. That's how
that's what I'm going to be watching.
So they move off to the mat towards the left.
Yeah, Bella doing a pretty good job from Wamego of holding center, being more aggressive, having some better inside hand position, better collar ties. So we really need to see Tierney be aggressive with her hands, and that's one of the biggest things that I've really noticed with girls wrestling. You know, and I know Cassidy and Coach Brown have been really working with them on it, is when you're on your feet, you've got to be really aggressive with your hands. Really nice duck under for Wamego, right into a double leg, gets a good takedown there on Tierney. So we'll see if Tierney on bottom now can be able to work her way back up to top.
A minute 10 to go here in period number 1 as Wamego, Bella Stream leads it 3-0.
And Bella gets a nice crossface cradle there. Tierney doing a really good job of trying to maintain her hip position, keeping her hips squared. So Bella has a cradle locked up, Tierney on her stomach, but doing a good job of trying to get that leg straight to be able to break those hands. Bella hasn't stepped over, and Tierney does a good job of being able to break those hands, so she's back up to her base on bottom. And
getting towards the outside of the circle here.
yeah, Bella doing a really good job of maintaining her hand position. Like I was talking about on their feet, you know, we want to be aggressive with our hands. You have to be just as aggressive or even more so when you are on bottom of maintaining that hand control, wrist control. We want some kind of control from bottom that we're then able to explode and move. And in that first exchange after that takedown, Tierney was not winning that hand battle on bottom. So restart after going out of bounds. Quick crash attempt there from Bella. Goes right back to that crossface from the right side, looking for that crossface cradle on that far side.
And again, 25 seconds to go here in this first period, and Wamego's Bella Stream is leading Tierney Brolt right now 3-0.
Yep. Tierney doing a good job of fighting off that cradle, and so Bella working over into a looking for a butcher on that same side. And that's usually a combination move that we use quite a bit too. If that cradle's not there, we'll go for a butcher on the same side. If they fight off that butcher too much, they're going to go back to that cradle, and that's exactly what Bella looks for. But good job as far as from defense from bottom from Tierney, not giving up any points there. No near fall, gave up the early takedown, but pretty good job overall. We'd like to be able to see us move and score points from bottom there, but no near fall, fighting off some pinning combinations. So overall, really good effort there from Tierney. So
it is Tierney Brolt, the senior for Concordia, who is 5-9 so far here in the 2024-25 wrestling season. Bella Stream, only a sophomore. A lot of sophomores for this Wamego squad. She is 12-3 on the year and leads Tierney right now 3-0 as 2 minutes are put on the clock, and we are set to go in period number 2 at the center of the mat.
Wamego's choice. Wamego took top. I'm not entirely sure if we deferred to Wamego, but Wamego chose top, so it'll be our choice in the third period. And starting off the second period, about like we did in the end of the first period, where Tierney not able to shoot out of the bottom off the opening whistle. Bella working more for a power half. She's got a far wrist looking for a half here. Tierney doing a really good job of fighting off the first attempt. That was a mislocked hands by the referee. I saw it plainly, but he was on the other side. But Tierney doing a really good job of fighting off a lot of different pinning combinations. Bella kind of is going from move to move on top here. Tierney doing a really good job of holding position, holding base, but not being able to explode or get some movement. You got to create some separation on bottom. As soon as you fight off that pinning combination, we want to look to get back to our base, back to our hands and knees, and start getting some movement. Oh, Bella's got a really tight half. She was able to get Tierney over there. It's just kind of a matter of time there. Bella ends up getting the fall on a tight half with that far wrist trapped.
And that's what makes this sport so exciting. It looks like it's just so close, so competitive, and then in the blink of an eye, it's over. And Wamego, as far as the dual scoring goes, they now have 2 pins thanks to Peyton Brazel and Bella Stream. Sydney Bollinger advanced with an open, and so Wamego leads in the dual scoring 18-0. We are now on to weight class number 4 of the evening, 115 pounds, between the freshman Harlan Bannister and the sophomore Rachel Barber of Wamego. This could be fun. Harlan 8-9 on the season, Rachel 1-5. 2 wrestlers, kind of new, learning the sport. And here we go, period number 1 underway. And boy, is there a lot of energy and a lot of movement here early in this one.
Yeah, and really good action from their feet, really good hand fighting. And who do we got here? Rachel ended up having a really good snap down to a front headlock and was able to turn the corner for a 3-point takedown. So Harlan giving up an early takedown, but now we're in the same boat here on bottom. Let's see if we can fight hands. She's doing a really good job of holding position, reaches back to find inside of that near leg, and so she's able to turn and face. She's got near leg. She's got her turned to her hip. See if she can keep driving here. Good job from Harlan on bottom of trying to create some movement, trying to create some pressure. She's got Rachel from Wamego in a bad spot here. She's got her driven to her hip. She needs to be able to keep driving into that hip, you know, kind of an inside switch position where she got that near leg, and she keeps driving, got her to her hip. She's got to keep working up to be able to get this reversal here. So really good effort. She pops her head out.
There we go.
Yep, good job on the reversal from Harlan, and she goes right into that half. She's got the far wrist. She's got Wamego broke down to her belly. Far wrist, half in on this right side.
That's the first time we've been able to hear the Concordia Panther fans making a little bit of an impact.
Yep.
As Wamego's Rachel Barber leads Harlan Bannister right now 3-2 here in period number 1 with 25 seconds left.
And Harlan doing a really good job. She's staying behind the arms, underneath the arms, looking for pressure, keeping lots of pressure on Wamego, keeping her flat on her belly as she's looking for chicken wings. She's worked for halves. look for a crossface a little bit. She goes back to that crossface, you know, kind of the same story just in reverse from last match where Harlan is doing a really good job of trying to move, you know, going from pinning combination to pinning combination. You just got to keep digging and trying to find out what works.
So period number 1 comes to an end. It is the sophomore Rachel Barber of Wamego leading the freshman Harlan Bannister of Concordia 3-2 here in weight class 115.
And I would like to point out, if anybody is listening, we do have a new scoring system in high school this year that mirrors the college system. Oh, and Harlan goes for a headlock, and Wamego defends it perfectly, takes Harlan right to her back. So we're in kind of a difficult spot right now. Harlan doing a good job of fighting, kicking her legs free.
Can she get out of it and get a point escape?
Wamego's got it pretty tight. Harlan's doing a really good job. She's got her hips all the way turned, but Wamego's still got that head and arm. As long as, if she doesn't readjust, Harlan should be in okay shape, but she's going to have a hard time peeling that hand off. She's got to get that hand pulled off her chin. Hips are turned. Now she's starting to get her head pulled out, got her shoulders partially turned. This is a tough spot for her, but she's doing a good job. We had to have a stop and whistle there.
So
Harlan lost a little bit of air there.
So the 4-point near fall is awarded to Wamego's Rachel Barber there, and Barber goes up 10-2 with 1:14 to go here in period number 2.
Ended up being a headlock situation there where Wamego just had the head and arm, and it ended up getting pretty tight. And Harlan was doing a really good job of trying to fight off of that, but the difficult part is the only way to get out of that is to really put that really tight around your neck, and ended up, I think, choking her, and she motioned to the ref that she was losing her air, and so referee's number 1 job here is you know, wrestler safety, so he blew the whistle. I do believe they should award a there's the 1 point
for Concordia.
Well, no, they're letting her up. So most of the time in that situation, if
Harlan Bannister is awarded 1 point there.
Well, Wamego went right back to it. So Wamego let her up to her feet, so we started in a neutral position. So they gave her a 1 point for a takedown, or 1 point for an escape for Concordia, and Harlan went right back to the head, which Wamego does another good job of defending it. So we gave up a takedown, and so we're back in the same situation that we were just in, where Harlan's doing a really good job of trying to fight off of her back here, but Wamego's in a really good spot here. Got the head and the arm, working a lot of pressure to the head, but Harlan's able to keep her hips turned, which is going to do a good job of keeping that one shoulder off the mat.
Just like that, it's over.
Small
Rachel
adjustment
Barber
from Wamego there that ended up getting the fall.
So the sophomore Rachel Barber improves to 2-5 overall on the season, handing Harlan Bannister her 10th loss of the year, who the freshman now falls to 8-10 overall. Wamego, 6 more team points awarded, and through 4 weight classes, the Red Raiders running away with it, leading 24-0. But now this might be one of the best matchups of the night, boys and girls, as the freshman Bridget Blockleiner, who's 11-4 overall on the season, takes on Allison Sprinkle of Wamego, a junior for the Red Raiders in weight class 120.
Well, and a real quick fireman's carry from Wamego. Not too much time off, and it had a really nice inside fireman's carry. Bridget gives up the 3-point takedown, but she's right back up to her feet, doing a really good job keeping feet wide, fighting hands, looking for the escape. She's got it right there. So gives up an early takedown, but immediately back up to her feet, did a really good job. That's what we're looking for as far as fighting hands from bottom. Right back into that fireman's carry from Wamego. Bridget is going to have to do a really good job here. This time she catches Wamego, heavy hips, got her feet back out wide, doing a good job of clearing that arm off. Gets her elbow free and gets around behind. Really nice re-attack there from Bridget Blockleiner. So now she gets her 3 points takedown.
Now Bridget Blockleiner has the lead 4-3 over Wamego's Allison Sprinkle with a minute to go here in period number 1 of weight class 120.
And Bridget's looking for a chicken wing from this left side. She's got chicken wing that far wrist. If she can dig that chicken wing in a little bit deeper, she's out to the side. She's in pretty good position. Gets stepped over. Bridget Blockleiner looking for the pin with her chicken wing there. Got it. Fall.
The jungle explodes thanks to the freshman Bridget Blockleiner, who improves to 12-4 overall on the season, and Concordia is on the board. Wamego leads at 24-6 here in the Varsity Girls Duel. You're tuned into Concordia High School Wrestling on KNCK Radio 1390, 98.3. Logan Lucia in the studio, Lauren Swinson, Jeremy Will, I'm Austin McNorton. Jeremy, that was electric.
That was great. You know, and I mean, a lot of credit to Wamego. She had a really, really nice fireman's carry. You know, surprised Bridget with it the first time and then went right back to it once Bridget got back up to her feet. And Bridget did a great job as far as immediately right into defense and was able to fight that off. And Wamego almost got back up to their feet, but Bridget was able to secure that chicken wing and got out to the side and ran it. Great job. So
in weight class.
That was fun. That's one of the best girls matches that I have seen.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Yeah, great job from both of them, especially when Bridget can come out on top. So
in weight class 125, Concordia was open, so 6 more points awarded to the Lady Red Raiders. Wamego leads this duel 30-6 as we now go into weight class 130. For Concordia, it's the junior Ariana Wogeman going against Eva Lowell, the sophomore for Wamego. And quickly, Wamego gets the takedown, and Eva Lowell's up 3-0.
Yep, looking for the head there for a head and arm and wasn't able quite to secure it, and Wamego did a good job of being able to fight that off. Wamego, again, looking for that half and far wrist. Seems to be a real common ride that we're seeing from Wamego, these Lady Raiders here. Get on top, and they look for that half and that far wrist. Ariana is able to get to her feet a lot of times as we go out of bounds there. But a lot of times that's what we really want to see. If they can get that half in and they really start getting out to the side and run it, you can use that half to come right up to her feet. Ariana did a really good job of that. Goal number 1, we want to try and keep that half from getting in there, but if it's in there and they really want to pressure that, we can use that to run right back up to her feet. So Ariana did a good job, just ran out of mat space there and went out of bounds. So we'll restart here in the middle. Ariana on bottom.
Again, this is weight class 130 here in this varsity girls duel between Wamego and Concordia. These are the first time these teams have wrestled in 2025. So they've had a little bit of shaking the rust off, but you wouldn't know it with how much energy they are bringing here tonight.
Really good stand up off the restart there from Ariana. She gets back up to her feet, and then a really nice ankle pick attempt that actually got Ariana sat back to her hip. She did a good job of trying to fight off that ankle pick. So she gave up the takedown, but then she grabbed the head. Nice roll through. So now Ariana's in a really tight head and arm. And she's got Wamego in a really tight spot here. If she can keep walking to the head. Wow. That was a ton of action there. Restart on the bottom. Ariana with a really great stand-up. Got a quick escape. Wamego with an ankle pick. Ended up in a takedown for Wamego, but Ariana was not down on the mat very long. Was able to reach back, find that head and arm. Rolled her through for her pin. Great effort there from Ariana, never giving up, even after we give up points.
She's down 6-1 and was able to get the pin and get Concordia 6 more team points.
Oh, and that's gonna be a huge deal for the team race here. You know, Wamego's out to a big start here, but boy, we can close the gap if we can get pins.
Here we are in weight class 135. Concordia's best wrestler, the sophomore Gabby Lane, on the mat. She's 16-2 this season against Wamego's senior, their lone senior, Trinity Probst, who's 3-3 on the year, as Wamego leads 30-12 here in this varsity girls duel with 1:35 to go here in period number 1 of this weight class.
Gabby with a really nice sweep single, able to finish, gets a quick takedown, but was looking for a cradle from top and got that front arm out in front. Stand-up attempt from Wamego, and Gabby Lang is able to lateral drop her to her back to get the fall.
Wow.
What a strong effort from Gabby. She was looking for that crossface cradle after her takedown, and Wamego was able to turn that into where she was going to try and stand up and get to her feet, and Gabby said, I don't think so, and was able to lateral drop her with that arm to her back for the fall.
Lauren, that's just pure strength, man.
Hey,
that
was strong. That was exciting, too. And again, the strength of the young ladies right there, that was amazing. So Concordia back. Well, there's now the open for Concordia again, so it's an 18-36. The Panthers behind by 18, but a lot of good wrestling to come up. We're now at the 145-pound weight class.
You know, and that's what you'll see in these duels a lot of times. I mean, there's really big swings in it. You know, one team will jump out to a really big lead, and then the other team will really come crashing back to tie it up. You can just keep swinging back and forth, so there's a lot of really big momentum And I think we're getting a little bit of chess match going on here.
And Jeremy, this is kind of going to be big, these next two weight classes. So again, you're tuned in to Concordia High School Varsity Girls Wrestling on KNCK Radio, 1390, 98.3, streaming on NCKtoday.com, Cat Scratch Productions. Logan Loja, Lawrence Swinson, Jeremy Will, I'm Austin McNorton. Wamego leads this duel right now 36-18, but Concordia knows they have 18 points on the board remaining, as in weight class 170, 190, and 235. Wamego is all open. So it truly comes down to these next two weight classes to determine who wins this duel right now.
Oh, and Ruby Generu hits a huge headlock, a head throw right to her back, almost off the opening whistle, and she's got Wamego in serious trouble. She's got her on her back, she's got the arm. Wamego doing a really good job of bridging really hard, but if Ruby can pick up the head, there's the fall.
That is a massive pin for Ruby Generu in weight class 145. The senior improves to 14-6 overall on the season. Ella Yanko of Wamego falls to 4-8, only a sophomore. But that weight class right there truly could maybe determine who wins this duel. As next for Concordia will be Jordy Jones in weight class 155 against Sierra Hoffman of Wamego, also a sophomore.
This is the match.
This is really the match right here.
Yeah. So if you take the two open classes right now, it is tied 36-36.
Yeah.
So, this is the match.
Wamego leads it 36-24. It is Jordy Jones against Sierra Hoffman, maybe to determine who wins the duel.
You know, and Jordy doing a great job here. She's having to step up for an injured teammate, gets the varsity spot here. Doing a really good job of trying to maintain inside hand control and pressure. There's a fireman's attempt carry from Wamego. Jordy does a really good job of actually just stepping over the fireman's carry and almost takes Wamego to her back. But now Jordy's in a really good position out in front. She had Wamego broken down to her hip for just a minute there. So Jordy off the initial fireman's, which is definitely something that Wamego's really looking for as a team here. We're going to have to keep an eye out for that. But Jordy doing a really good job of keeping her legs off or away from Wamego. She's got a front headlock position, underhook with her left arm, trying to ankle pick with that right leg. If she can just get Wamego broken down to her hip, should be able to come around, find her own 3 points. And it's really all about pressure here. If Jordy can maintain her pressure and drive it in, there she finally gets it. She's got to come around to finish that takedown. She's
Again,
right there with it.
50 seconds to go here in this first period.
Should be
Sierra
3 points
Hoffman,
right there for Jordy. Yep.
Jordy Jones. Jordy gets 3 points.
Yep, finally finished off that. She was in a really good front headlock position. A quick sit out from Wamego. Jordy tries to suck her back. Wamego does a good job of rolling through, being able to get back to her base. So Jordy working out in front, looking for that crossface, looking for that cradle. But Wamego doing a really good job of trying to drive that off. She gets Wamego up into a tripod position here. Jordy doing a really good job of maintaining pressure, but we need to work on trying to stay behind those arms so that way we kind of secure our position.
Jordy Jones, Sierra Hoffman here in Varsity Girls Wrestling in the jungle. 5 seconds to go in period number 1, and we're out of bounds with 4 seconds to go as Jordy leads Sierra Hoffman 3-0 as we come to the end of this first period. This is weight class 155, and this is the last time there will be any wrestling as the rest of the remaining 3 weight classes are open in favor of Concordia.
You know, wrestling is a sport all about leverage and position, and Jordy in that first exchange, really nice fireman's carry attempt from Wamego, but Jordy was able to maintain her position and actually stepped over the fireman's, which ended up working out to where she was able to get to a front headlock position and just kept fighting and grinding to where she was able to secure her own takedown off of it and then just maintain good position as she was really looking for that cradle. So really good positioning and leverage from Jordy in that first period. So hopefully we can keep that up through the next 2.
Now who determines who gets to choose what position here?
At the beginning of the duel, they would have flipped a coin or flipped their disc to decide. It looks like Wamego's choice there. They took bottom in this second period, so it will alternate. It alternates up through the weight classes.
Period. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So and then the next match would have been Concordia's first choice. So that was Wamego's first choice. They chose bottom, so it'll be Concordia's choice in the third. And Jordy needs to do a really good job of trying to break her back down. A quad pod position for Wamego off the whistle. Jordy not losing position here, but she's not able to get her broken back down. She's doing a really good job of trapping that ankle, which is what we want to do there. Trap that ankle and extend her back to her base, so Jordy brings her back down to the mat out of that quad pod position. Jordy really wants that cradle. She's got her right arm out in front, really digging hard, trying to find that far armpit. She's got that far arm with that cross face now, which is a really good position for her, except in that quad pod, she's able to let her get up to her feet. So Jordy now in a rear standing position, traps the ankle for a mat return. Jordy doing a really good job of staying off her hips in a lot of these scramble positions. So really good effort from Jordy. Now she's working that crossface from the left side, trying to dig across, find that crossface cradle. So a sit-out attempt for Wamego, but a suck back from Jordy. Jordy's getting near fall here. Jordy's in a pretty good position. Wamego tried to sit out, and Jordy immediately sucked her back and gets the pin. Great position.
Jones.
Great job from Jordy Jones.
May have just won this duel, and I think did for Concordia. As in weight class 155, Jordy Jones defeats Sierra Hoffman. Wamego leads the duel 36-30 now.
I'm too excited until I see it happen.
I know.
But that was huge. That was huge effort. Great job from Jordy Jones.
I started writing it down, but then I thought, man, if they bring somebody else in.
Oh, and you never know. You know, and that's the thing is, I mean, every duel is a chess match between the coaches. You know, who can we move around, who we can slide up, and every duel is like that. Wamego and Concordia, it's a little bit more. You know, you got Coach Brown and Coach Brown. They're crunching these numbers 50 different ways before we even get to this duel tonight.
So again, here are the remaining three weight classes. Weight class 170 was Josiah Hernandez for Concordia, nobody for Wamego. Weight class 190, Isabel Alexander for Concordia, nobody for Wamego. And in weight class 235, Harley Weathersby for Concordia, nobody for Wamego. Concordia wins the duel over the Lady Raiders here inside of the jungle.
Great job from the Lady Panthers. I mean, just a great job and that's. You know, we started talking before this duel before this duel began, you know, what are we looking for? And it's really just that maturity. You know, we still have a lot of really young wrestlers or new to the sport. That was a really, really good example of what even just 1 or 2 years difference can make. A lot of really, really great effort, maintaining really good positions when we need to, capitalizing on mistakes for Wamego, not getting rattled when we give up an early takedown. You know, just really, really good, solid effort from all the ladies. Really great wrestling there from Concordia.
So Concordia, Wamego finished with 36. Concordia 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 48. 48 to 36 was the final. And we will take a 60-second break here on KNCK Radio, and when we come back, we'll get you your starters and get you set for the Austin McNorton inside of the jungle here on a Thursday night as you're tuned in to this North Central Kansas League Varsity Wrestling Duel on KNCK Radio here this evening. In the varsity girls action, Concordia defeats Wamego by a score of 48 to 36 when it comes to the duel scoring. And now we get set for the varsity boys. Lauren, this place is really filled in, my friend.
It is, and it is
it's fun, and it's fun, and this is the way it should be for a match like this.
Two rival coaches, two rival teams. Jeremy, what's your keys for the Panthers to get a victory?
Well, in any duel, especially at high school level, the number one key is always we don't give up pins. You know, wins and losses are, you know, going to be part of the sport, but in a duel like this, you can't give up a pin. And, you know, on the reverse of that, hey, we got to capitalize. You know, we've got some senior wrestlers on our team. We've got some really good kids. Hey, we got to be going out looking for our pins when we can get them, looking for our majors and our tech balls when we can get them. You know, this is the time where we got to go for it in order to secure them, because this is going to be a tight duel, and so you never know when you're going to need that extra team point.
Every single weight class is filled. There's no opens like we saw in the varsity girls. And we talked to head coach Josh Brown. Do you attack duels? I mean, Concordia hasn't been in a duel since literally the beginning day of the wrestling season against, well, arguably the best team in the entire state of Kansas in Abilene. How do you attack duels from a mental standpoint compared to the 5 straight tournaments that Concordia has been victorious in?
You know, your tournament versus your duel wrestling is a little bit different. You know, you've got one opportunity to kind of showcase your talents. You know, and sometimes you can get a little bit wrapped up in who you're getting to wrestle. You know, you get to look forward to that match all day long. But, you know, if you're going to be a competitor, if you're going to be a good, you know, a good wrestling team, that's just part of it. You look forward to that one opportunity where I get my chance to shine for my team, you know, in front of my home crowd, you know. So it becomes one of those things that we look forward to it.
Boy, the Concordia crowd has been awesome tonight. And thanks to our sponsors as well, Central Plains Agronomy, H&R Block, Pure Water of NCK, Wentz Eye Care, Little Miss Bees, Chados, Altius Awards, of course, Cloud County Co-op Elevators, so many to mention for putting this broadcast on. We get set for weight class 106 to start out our evening, where the freshman for Concordia, 2-3 overall on the season, Jackson Whitley, will take on the freshman for Wamego, Grayson Stream, who's 4-6 on the year. So how much pressure is that when two underclassmen get things started, Jeremy? Boy, that's intense.
Welcome to being a 106-pounder. You're just kind of used to kicking the duel off. That's part of it. You know, and especially for Jackson here. He's been out first half of the season with an injury, so he's really just getting his season started and rolling. But, you know, he's a strong kid. He's an athletic kid. So we're hoping for big things out of him, and so this is just going to be a really great opportunity to finally be able to get a chance to see him wrestle. So
Concordia in the white jerseys with red shorts and the Cool Panther logo. Wamego in the solid black uniforms tonight. Concordia is in the green ankle brace. Wamego the red. 2 minutes put up on the clock here in period number 1, and the official is having a conversation with both the Brown brothers. Of course, Kevin, the longtime Panther head coach. Now it's younger brother Josh, and we are ready to go. Now the official coming over here to the near scores table.
Sitting there, not jerseys and shorts.
singlets. We wrestle in singlets.
Yeah, a little too much basketball over there.
My bad on that.
Right, that's
You're
all right.
You're right. You're right. I'm so used to describing the jersey colors. Yes, the singlet colors here.
I think the referee wanted to make an easier job for himself and put Concordia in red and Wamego in green.
Okay, so Concordia now in the red, Wamego in the green, and here we go, weight class 106, and we're starting out this varsity boys duel.
Really big double leg from Jackson Whitley off the whistle, and referee is going to stop that. So
why is that?
Really nice double leg from Jackson. We got him elevated, taken all the way up off the mat, and anytime that you pick a kid up off the mat, it is your responsibility to return him to the mat under control. And just a little bit too aggressive from Jackson, but he should really look to go right back to it. Much better attempt there, right back to his double leg. Really quick finish there from Jackson Whitley. So gave up a penalty point there off that. Just a little bit too excited. You asked how these 106-pounders going to feel. Let's say Jackson Whitley was pretty excited to get out here and do
that
it.
Definitely is an adrenaline rush, and the freshman now leads Wamego 3-1 here with 1:22 to go in period number 1. The cheerleaders, the gym, this place is rocking here tonight.
Yeah, great environment for a duel here. So Jackson doing a really good job on top, looking for his crossface cradle, was working for a chicken wing a little bit. Not able to get Wamego broken down here, but he's doing a really good job of holding pressure. Throws a boot in on the right side, looking for a leg ride for that right side. That was able to break him down, break Wamego back down. He slips the boot right back out. So we're back up into referees here, where Jackson's doing a really good job of trying to keep pressure, looking for that opening. Wamego able to get to his feet pretty good mat return from Whitley there as we go out of bounds. So we'll reset in the middle here from Jackson.
48 seconds to go, period number 1, weight class number 1. It's the freshman Jackson Whitley against the freshman of Wamego, Grayson Stream. And Jackson leads Stream 3-1 with 48 seconds to go here in period number 1. And now Whitley will start on top of Stream, right on the Panther C logo here in this great black and red mat.
And Jackson does a pretty good job of crashing off the whistle. And this is a little bit better position here. I'd like to see Jackson be able to hold this position here. He's got Wamego broken down to their stomach, flat on the mat as he looks for his spinning combination, but he's not able to hold him there. So Jackson's doing a really good job of holding position on top, but that's one of the things that, you know, we talk a lot about is we don't ride on top. We're not on top to try and hold them on the mat. We are on top to try and pin somebody. So Jackson doing a good job of trying to work for different pinning combinations, but we need a little bit more pressure. Couple quick stand-up attempts there from Wamego. Jackson able to stop both of those and able to bring him back to the mat. So now we're here. We're in a little bit better position where Wamego is broken down. Jackson looks for a power half attempt. Nothing there. So
that's the end of period number 1. Jackson Whitley leading Grayson Stream 3-1 in weight class 106.
And Concordia defers to Wamego to start the second, and looks like Wamego chooses top.
That's a little
now, what's the
unusual.
strategy there, Jeremy, and why?
Well, he just got ridden for over a minute, so I know Wamego's thinking that, hey, we maybe need a chance to try and pin Jackson. So maybe he's got a really good cradle that he's looking for right now off the whistle. And he got his cradle locked up, but Jackson's not in a bad position. We could see a defensive fall here.
Boy, that was close.
So that's the line of thinking. Wamego has a really good cradle, a really good top game, so he's going to give Wamego an opportunity to try and get a pin. And had a really nice cradle locked up, but in all honesty, even though Jackson Whitley was on his back, it was through Wamego, and we were closer to a defensive fall for Jackson rather than a pin for Wamego. But Wamego does a really good job of driving over a power half. Jackson Whitley's in trouble here. He's got to work off his back. Wamego had a half. He lost it, but Jackson still remaining on his back. He's got to get that right wrist free. He's keeping one shoulder just barely off the mat. Wamego able to trap that arm and ends up getting the pin for Wamego.
So Grayson Stream gets the victory over Jackson Whitley. Grayson improves to 5-6 overall in the season. Whitley falls to 2-4, and Wamego gets the pin to start out the duel and lead it 6-0 after weight class 106. Now we move to weight class 113. The sophomore Quinn Keimer, 10-11 on the season for Concordia, taking on the number 4 wrestler in the state of Kansas, the junior Harry Costa, who's 11-2 overall on the year. Costa quickly going for the quick takedown and gets it.
Yeah, good outside single there from Harry Costa. He's going to work. He's got a chicken wing on that right side, looking for a quick tilt against Quinn Keimer here. And this is one of those things, you know, we're going to see a little bit of a mismatch as far as talent-wise here, but that, you know, really want to kind of highlight how great a job Quinn Keimer's done. You know, he was 106-pounder last year, moved up to 113 pounds here, and, you know, he's got a tall order here against Harry Costa, who's a really, really accomplished wrestler. But Quinn Keimer has been doing a really great job for our team all year long here. So gives up a quick near fall off of a roll-through tilt and ends up, Harry Costa goes back to a far side tilt. So this is one of those things that we see now with our 2, 3, and 4-point near fall like college rules. You're going to see a lot of points if you get a 3-point takedown right in our near falls. And that's kind of exactly what Harry Costa is looking for. He's got 2 different sets of near fall here. He runs a chicken wing over on Quinn Keimer now. Pretty tough position here for Quinn. If he can sit up and roll through, he's got to get that left arm free. Harry Costa's got a chicken wing through Quinn's right arm. Yeah, that's that right arm. So Quinn's doing a really good job of fighting, keeping that right arm free. If he can get his left arm free, he might be able to roll through. But Harry Costa's doing a really good job of controlling both arms. Steps back over, switches to a half, and that's when Costa's able to get the fall there. So really good job there from Wamego, but, you know, Quinn Keimer still has really improved from where he's been the last few years. So still a good effort on the year for Quinn Keimer.
The number 4 wrestler in the state of Kansas, Harry Costa, improves to 12-2 overall with the pin over Quinn Keimer of Concordia. And Wamego here in this varsity boys duel leads 12-0 as we move to weight class 120, where the junior, 16-7 on the season, Rush Leduc, takes on the junior for Wamego, Joe Ney, who's 2-6 on the year, and it's a quick takedown for Rush Leduc.
Low single within the first 5 seconds from Rush. Really good movement there, and Rush looking for his cradle. He's in a pretty good position here. He's got that forearm trap, got it locked up. And as soon as he took it over, Wamego was able to break his hands, but I don't think that's going to be the last cradle that we see from Rush here.
He looks pretty confident and quick with that move. And
he enjoys it, and he's got a really, really good one. So doing a really good job of keeping pressure, keeping Wamego flat on the mat here. He's got his crossface back in from the left side. Wamego does a really good job of being able to work that crossface from the armpit back down to the wrist. You know, when you work that cradle, you really want to try and keep that far hand high. So Wamego, I know, is really trying to do a really good job of trying to keep that far arm as free as possible there. So really just in a battle for that crossface. Rush knows that as soon as he can get that really locked up, he's going to secure a pretty tight cradle or butcher or work to some other from there, but he's really looking for that that good crossface, and Wamego does a good job of just consistently fighting that off or moving that down to wrist control, which is not what Rush wants. So a little bit of a stalemate call there from the referee, and we'll restart in the center here.
57 seconds to go here in the first period. Rush Leduc leading Joe Ney 3-0 here in weight class 120. You're tuned into Panther Boys Wrestling on KNCK Radio 1390, 98.3. Lauren Swinson, Jeremy Will, I'm Austin McNorton.
You know, and really good job on the restart of cracking down Wamego, getting him flat on the mat. And here we go, Rush starting to look for another, that far side outside cradle wasn't really working, so Rush switches to arm over the top, looking for an inside cradle here. So Wamego doing a really good job of holding position, holding hands, you know, trying to prevent Rush from working here. But you can really only technically do that for so long, you know. He's fighting off pinning combinations, but not really working to improve or move. So
How much energy does that take, too? I mean, you got to run out of gas at some point as well.
Oh, yeah. It is hard work if you're just sitting there kind of trying to fight for your life. So,
and that is what Joe Ney is doing as he trails 3-0 against your Panther, Rush Leduc, as we move to period number 2. This is weight class 120 here in this varsity boys duel. Wamego leads it 12-0 as Grayson Stream and Harry Costa both got pins for Wamego to take the early lead here.
Concordia deferred in the second, Wamego's choice, and they take top. I know with the same line of thinking that, hey, we had a hard time getting out of bottom, gave up a takedown. So, and there was a caution delivered on Rush.
Yeah.
Must not have been set accurately. I'm not entirely sure what for, but really good job of sliding, looking for his sit out from Rush. Able to move across the mat, hit a quick switch, and he's out up to his feet. So we're back on our feet here. So really good movement off the whistle from Rush Leduc.
So with the escape point, Leduc improves to 4-0, or the 4-0 lead, I should say, with a minute 35 to go here in this second period. A little bit of hand fighting right now.
Yeah, and that's really what you're looking for as far as get them moving where you want them to be moving, timing for your shot. And that's what Rush is doing a really good job of kind of moving from the outside to the inside, looking for his timing. Again, quite a bit of backing up from Wamego here. We really probably should be looking for a little bit more aggression from the Wamego wrestler. There's our stall call. Lateral drop attempt from Rush because he wasn't getting enough pressure. So there's our stall call against Wamego. That's kind of one of those things that we really need. Ooh, really nice ankle pick attempt there from Rush. Able to slide out the back. Really nice takedown. So
3 more points for Rush Leduc, and the junior leads it 7-0 for Concordia with 50 seconds to go here in period number 2 against Wamego's Joe Ney.
You know, looking for a power half attempt. We're kind of getting to the edge of the mat here, but power half attempt for Rush doesn't quite work out, but he's starting to kind of look for different openings. You know, I know that Wamego's done a really good job of fighting off that crossface cradle, so Rush is going to keep searching for what we're going to find that works.
Just getting out of bounds here towards the left corner of the mat, and now we will go back to the center with 25 seconds to go here in period number 2. Concordia's Rush Leduc leading Joe Ney 7-0 in weight class 120. Wamego leading the duel 12-0 after 2 weight classes.
You know, and this is one of those ones where they were in a tight duel, a good opponent. We need some team points here. You know, this is a big one here. Rush does a better job off of the restart of being able to lock that cradle up, and he gets him rolled through. He's got that forearm. Now we've got a pretty good cradle locked up this time. Rush is usually pretty good here. He's got long enough arms to be able to get the fall, which is what he gets right there.
At the buzzer, there was one second
left on the clock. I did not see that. I was looking for the position for the fall. Wow.
Literally at the buzzer there for Rush Leduc. 1 second left in period number 2, and the junior takes it. Rush improves to 17-7 overall on the season and gives Concordia their first team points tonight, as Wamego now leads it 12-6. We go to weight class 126. It's the freshman Bryson Sorensen for Concordia, who's 7-14 overall on the season, taking on the sophomore for Wamego, Cooper Weber, who's 5-8 overall record-wise.
Pretty aggressive start off the whistle here. Lots of heavy hand fighting. Wamego able to kind of get pulled into a high C, and he's able to get Bryson to his hip, able to come around, score for his three-point takedown. So Bryson gives up an early takedown here, but he's maintaining pretty good position on the base, gets back up to his feet. Really good. Brought back down to the mat, right into a quad pod position. So, and this is kind of what we want. Hey, we give up a takedown. Hey, that's not the end of the match. We got to keep moving, keep fighting hands, try and look for our way to get back up to our feet. So
Wamego leads it 3-0. That's Cooper Weber against Concordia's Bryson Sorensen, 2 underclassmen here in this varsity matchup.
Bryson Sorensen tries to sit out on the edge of the mat. Wamego catches him, gets a pretty favorable 2 count there for a 2-point near fall for Wamego. So sometimes you got to watch that. You get rolling and moving, trying to create some action, and every once in a while you get kind of caught there. So just a quick catch. He wasn't in any real danger, just kind of stayed on his hip, stayed on his back, just a hair too long to give up a 2 count.
We go back to the center of the mat with 55 seconds to go in the first period. Wamego's Cooper Weber leading Bryson Sorensen of Concordia 5-0.
Wamego does a good job of stopping Bryson's stand-up off of the whistle. Wamego working to maintain his wrist control. Bryson able to get his wrist free, finds a leg. We're over top of the leg, which is all right as far as holding position, but we really want to be underneath that leg. If we're going to have that leg on bottom, we really want to try and be underneath that leg. Wamego does a really good job of trying to cross-face, looking for his butcher to clear his leg free. Runs that. He's really working for that butcher on top for Wamego. Bryson does a really good job of maintaining a base. Now we're in a better position. Oh, and Bryson finds a head and arm. Wamego tried to step over, and Bryson able to turn that into his own head and arm. It gets the fall.
Unbelievable, and the Concordia bench explodes here on the right side of the mat as Bryson Sorensen gets a pin out of nowhere.
That was fantastic effort from Bryson. Keeping your head on you as a freshman at 126 pounds in a really explosive duel, a really electric duel here. That was fantastic effort. Just kept his composure on bottom, not going over. Wamego tried to run their butcher over and got a little bit out of position, had to let the butcher go, tried to go to a cow catcher, and Bryson turned that right into his own head throw, right to his back.
Now we move to weight class 132, all even. Wamego takes the first 2 weight classes thanks to Grayson Stream and Harry Costa. Concordia's Rush Leduc and Bryson Sorensen take the next 2. So we're all tied at 12. Weight class 132, the senior Francisco Ayala taking on the senior of Wamego, Tyler Heck.
Pretty quick takedown from Tyler from Wamego off the whistle here. Got a pretty good crossface looking for his cradle is Wamego against Francisco.
Ayala 6-14 record this season, and for Tyler Heck of Wamego, he is 10-6 overall on the year.
And he's able to run that cradle over the top, but he lost the arm, and Francisco did a really good job of, as soon as he tried to roll him through, was able to kick that free and get out. So, but we wind up right back on bottom in a little bit better position here. Wamego able to throw their left leg in. So Wamego with the boot in, power half on the far side. So got his left boot in, power half on that far side. Francisco does a good job of working out of that power half, and he's doing a good job of crawling up the arms. That's what we really want to do from bottom. Maintain our base here as we crawl up the arm. If he can crawl up a little bit higher, he can find the head and be in a really good position for his own fall. Wamego doing a good job of trying to reset and getting behind the arms. Oh, there it is. He gets too high on bottom. Francisco catches the head. looking for Francisco Ayala from Concordia, looking for his own fall from bottom here. Able to get his reversals, got an ear fall, there's the pin. Two back-to-back, working from bottom right to Wamego's back for the fall.
The jungle explodes.
How about that, Laura? I thought you were in trouble, man, and all of a sudden, bam. That was awesome.
The jungle absolutely explodes for the senior Francisco Ayala, who pins Tyler Heck, and Concordia gets the lead in the duel 18-12 as we move to weight class 138. Carter Akins for Concordia taking on the freshman for Wamego, Duke Beggs. Carter with a great record for the Panthers this season, 22-3 overall is the senior, trying to give Concordia a doubled up lead now over the Red Raiders after an electric environment thanks to Francisco Ayala. Boy, that was fun.
Oh yeah, back to back, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So.
How rare is that to see, Jeremy? Those two back to back when you start from the bottom and you get a pin.
You know, it does happen. Back to back is not very common. That's kind of rare there, and it just shows your composure and your heart, your will. I mean, that's great to see from Concordia Panther Wrestling. That's really impressive.
Carter Akins, who was injured most of the football season, finally, is now back, and boy, he looks healthy right now.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, yep. No unranked losses on the year. Doing pretty good here. So, still in neutral. First 30, 40 seconds of the match here. Carter doing a pretty good job of trying to maintain position. He walked in a little bit too much on that and gave up his leg to Wamego, but doing a really good job fighting Wamego off his leg as we go out of bounds. So Carter doing a really good job of holding center, holding pressuring in, but pressuring a little bit much and able to give Wamego his leg, but never gave up the takedown as they went out of bounds. So we'll reset here in the center.
We are 5 weight classes into this varsity boys duel between Wamego and Concordia. The Panthers lead it 18-12 as Concordia has won 3 straight weight classes in a row. Here we are, weight class 138. Carter Akins, the senior for Concordia, against the Wamego freshman, Duke Beggs.
Really good sweep single attempt there from Wamego. Carter defends it. He's got a pretty good whizzer. So, and it's just one of those things. That's the way Carter wrestles. Really good. Wamego was trying to step behind that whizzer, and Carter was able to roll him through. They did go out of bounds, and that's the other thing with high school wrestling. You only got to have 1 point of contact inbounds, but Carter really close to being able to step over that whizzer, but they did go out of bounds, so we'll reset in the center here. So, and that's just kind of the way that Carter wrestles. A high C attempt from Wamego, and Carter is never concerned when somebody's in on their legs, for good or for bad, but that's just how he wrestles. So Wamego back in on his high C. Carter's got a 3/4 Nelson out in front here.
5 seconds to go here in period number 1. Still scoreless.
And going to be kind of tough for either wrestler to score from this position here.
So that ends period number 1 scoreless. Again, for those watching as well on Cat Scratch Productions, Concordia is in the red and white, Wamego in the solid black singlets. So we start period at number 2, and Wamego's Duke Beggs wants to start down with Akins on top of him.
Yep, Wamego's choice. So they're on bottom, we're on top. Wamego up to their feet pretty quick on the whistle here. Big lift and return from Carter Akins, really nice. And whenever we see a nice lift and return like that, we want to go right to work. So Wamego flat on their stomach. Carter throws in that right ankle, that right boot in. Looking for a power half on that left side. He goes to both hooks on top as Wamego tries to get back up to the base. Carter goes to both hooks in. Both hooks. Looking for his cross face. Carter needs to do a really good job here of making sure that we stay behind, keeping lots of pressure on. In a really good position here. Got Wamego flattened out. Goes to one hook on the left side, power half on the right.
A minute 15 to go here, period number 2. Both wrestlers trying to find an edge, find a point somewhere.
Yeah, Wamego tries to sit out there, which is kind of what you want to do there, but Carter's still in a pretty good position where he's able to cross-face him right back to his mat, so Wamego has to bail out, go to the belly. The boot comes out, so Carter on top, maintaining really good position here.
No
looking
point
for a
shut in the
crossface
match.
on that right. Yeah, I know. Really, and that's going to be one of those things. Who can find the first point here might be what kind of really opens this thing up here.
Akins on top right now over the freshman who Boy, credit to Duke Beggs right now, a freshman against a senior who comes in with a great record. He is fighting hard for the Red Raiders with only 30 seconds to go here in the second period.
Yep. Really good effort. Spiral ride attempt here from Carter, just maintaining really good position, looking for his opening. No real solid attempts as far as being able to get out of bottom from Wamego here. Carter looking to throw that right foot, that right heel in.
This has been one of the longest matches of this duel so far.
Yep.
They've all been 6-point matches so far.
Yep.
In 2 periods or less. So we are going to a third period unless something crazy happens here.
Carter gets a little bit high. Carter looking for a
it.
cradle, and Wamego does a really good job of catching him in poor position there and tries to back out. And Carter, in a really smart attempt there, really just catches that head and arm and just holds on for dear life for the last 2 to 3 seconds to not give up the escape there. So
here we go, do or die time. 2 minutes to go here in in this match in weight class 138. Your senior for Concordia, Carter Eakins, taking on the freshman of Wamego, Duke Beggs. Neither team with a point. It has been just an absolute chess match.
That's exactly right. So Carter Eakins gets choice in third. He chooses bottom. A brief attempt at getting out off the whistle, but Wamego was able to stuff that attempt, and Carter's doing a good job of holding his position, but he's not really able to work up to his feet or getting his hips moving. Wamego gets a really good breakdown there. He's got lots of position or lots of pressure from top. Carter needs to do a better job here. Wamego is sitting on his ankle. I know Wamego's bench is kind of calling for a stalling on Carter, but if you're sitting on an ankle on top, it's going to be kind of hard. Right arm trap for Carter Eakins. He wants to try and sit through and roll through to a Granby. So pretty good attempt there from Carter. Trap that far arm above the elbow and was able to sit through, rolled Wamego through to their back, but Wamego did a really good job of able to roll through all the way out of bounds.
So we start back to the middle. Again, Eakins down right on top of the Concordia C here on the mat. Still scoreless, 1:10 to go here in the final period.
Minute 9 off the restart. Carter Eakins off the whistle, maintaining his base. No explosive move off the whistle, which isn't necessarily bad as long as we're looking for our, control, looking for our wrist, looking for our what's going to be that we need to explode off a bottom. Brief sit-out attempt there from Carter, but no movement from Carter. Head on the mat. There's a sit-out to a Granby. There's our roll-through. That should be 2 points.
It is.
Looking for a near fall. Carter hit a really nice Granby roll-through, held Wamego on his back. A really late reversal call, but Carter in a really good position here. There's one near fall swipe. That's all we get so far. Wamego doing a really good job of trying to roll through. Carter needs to make sure that we stay on top. Do not give up a reversal here.
Almost a reversal there for Beggs. They're begging for it. And they get it with 10 seconds to go in the period.
Yep, Carter finds the head, but Wamego's got the leg. He's not going to be able to find that reversal unless he gets that leg free.
Wow.
There's a late movement from Carter, so we end up tied 2-2 going into overtime.
At the buzzer, Wamego with 10 seconds left. Duke Beggs gets the reversal to tie it up at 2, and now we go to overtime. A minute to go here, sudden death style.
Yep, first takedown wins it. If you take them down to their back, you do get a chance for the fall, so we could still get 6 points on the board here, but we really just want this first takedown. Hard snap down from Wamego, finds that front headlock, but Carter's able to back out. Looks for his high C on that right side. Carter's got the leg. If he can get Wamego to he's got to stay in bounds. He's got, no! We're still in bounds.
And head coach Josh Brown for Concordia furious with the official.
Referee just called out of bounds while Carter had a leg, had Wamego to his hip. We are in college-style wrestling right now. Any point of contact, we were not near the basketball floor there. That should not have been called out of bounds.
30 seconds to go now here in overtime.
Double leg attempt from Wamego. Carter stuffs it. He's got a whizzer attempt. It's going to be really hard for Wamego to finish as long as Carter really leaves that whizzer in. He really likes this position. He really wants to be able to step over here. So Carter needs to hang tough, not give up his whizzer.
15 seconds to go here in overtime. Still tied at 2.
There's the step over attempt from Wamego that Carter tries to turn in.
Oh, they say he's out of bounds again.
Yeah.
Josh Brown is furious here on
That
the
one was a
inside.
little bit closer, but like I was talking to you out there before, the mat is a cylinder. If there is any point of contact that is in that cylinder, they are still in bounds. We should still be wrestling.
Lots of boos right now inside of the jungle, and that's overtime. I don't think either fan base, I don't think any wrestlers on the sideline, either coach is happy. This is weight class 138. We're going to double overtime between the senior Carter Eakins and the freshman Duke Beggs of Wamego.
So unless there's a fall, now we will wrestle 2 full 30-second periods here. Carter's choice, they flip, it is Carter's choice. He chose bottom. We are going to wrestle this full 30 seconds unless there's a fall.
So,
and then we will wrestle another 30-second period that will be Wamego's choice.
Eakins starts on the bottom, trying to get away from the freshman Beggs.
Best thing is to score big here. Really good Grammy roll through. We should be getting near fall there. We are really good reversal. Finally.
2 points awarded for Concordia. 2 more points awarded for Eakins.
There we get the 2-point near fall. So Carter gets a reversal with the 2-point near fall. He had a really good Granby roll through, was holding Wamego on his back for an extended period of time. It was a really delayed near fall. Now, crowd is really excited, but we have another 30-second period to wrestle here.
And that's what Concordia's coaches and everyone else is trying to remind the crowd, as now the senior Carter Eakins leads the freshman of Wamego, Duke Beggs, here in weight class 138, 6-2 as we go to OT number 3.
Wamego's choice, down by 4. They choose neutral. They know they need something big. They don't want to waste time on bottom. So they're looking for something big. A shot attempt from Carter. He's going to give up a takedown here.
3 points awarded to Duke Beggs.
And
Carter
Wamego
leads
knows
6
they've
to
got to
5.
cut him.
6-5. Eakins leads with 5 seconds to go. One more point to
They give
Eakins.
Carter an escape while Wamego is in on his leg.
And that's
As
it.
the time expires.
These 2 wrestlers fall to the mat in pure exhaustion, pure effort, pure excitement.
That is a long time to be wrestling hard.
And Carter Eakins has to fight for his life against a freshman who I think is going to make a lot of noise in the future of Duke Beggs, as Carter Eakins wins it by a decision.
Yeah, gutsy effort there from, really gutty effort there from Carter. You know,
So
sometimes that's, and that's one of those things, anytime you go out there, it's always, when you're wrestling, best way I've ever heard it explained, Kyle Dake, great wrestler, explained it. When you go out there, you've got to beat the other opponent. You've got to beat yourself mentally. Make sure that you're confident enough to win, and you got to beat the ref. And every time you go out there, all 3 times, you got to beat all 3 opponents. That time, Carter had 2 really tough opponents.
Yes.
That was tough. That was an exciting match, man.
So Concordia, 3 more team points awarded to the Panthers thanks to Carter Eakins winning with the decision as he defeated Duke Beggs of Wamego 6-5 in that matchup. So now we go to weight class 144, where the undefeated senior Drew Sterrett looking to remain undefeated against the senior for Wamego, Zayland Lee, who's 4-6 on the season.
Great work. Drew Sterrett in on a quick high C. Secures the first takedown. Really great effort. Looks for his cradle. He's already went right from his high C transition right into that cross-face cradle. He's already got a 2-point near fall. Goes back to his cradle. He's in a really good position for the fall. Really tight cradle there. Great work from Drew Sterrett.
Concordia has now won 5 weight classes in a row and leads the duel over Wamego 27-12 as we go to weight class 150. Go ahead, Lauren.
Competitor Drew Sterrett is. He's not all big. He's one of the better football teams or players on this team, and young man that I really love. He's a fun guy. What a match, man. He is quick and fast and good.
Oh, yeah, just hard-nosed, tough worker. I mean, great
He
in
has
the
to wrestle his
room,
older
great
brother
teammate.
most of the time. That's his problem.
Yeah, right?
So again, weight class 150 here for Concordia. It's the sophomore Deacon Holbert, who's 15-6 on the season, against the freshman for Wamego, making his first ever varsity appearance, Jackson Phillips. And Jeremy, can you kind of explain to our listeners why he's in? Because this is big news for Wamego.
Yeah, I just I was talking to Coach Kevin Brown before that Knox Karnowski suffered a pretty bad knee injury. I'm hoping that he's okay. You know, he's a really tough kid, a really great wrestler. So I'm hoping he's able to make it back for the end of the season. But yeah, Knox Karnowski is not.
He was ranked number 3 in weight class 150 for Wamego, and arguably their best wrestler on the whole team.
Yeah.
So a big loss for the Red Raiders, but we'll see what the freshman Jackson Phillips can do here against the sophomore Deacon Holbert of Concordia, and Deacon quickly up 6-1 here in period number 1 with 68 seconds to go.
Really good double leg off the opening whistle, and then they go out of bounds, so Deacon released him, and he goes right back in on a high C. So 2 quick takedowns, great efficient work off of his feet, and Deacon Holbert goes with a chicken wing, gets a 4-point near fall. I think he wasn't really comfortable in securing that, so he lets him all the way back up to his feet. So we go out of bounds. Deacon Holbert is back up to his feet, but he's already up 10-2.
So a big near fall there. He got all 4 points, and Concordia leads it 10-2 with 47 seconds to go here in this first period.
Hard snap down there from Deacon Holbert, but lets him back up right into a double leg. So kind of some textbook work here from Deacon Holbert. 3rd takedown in the first period with a near fall here too. So
13-2, Deacon Holbert leading Jackson Phillips of Wamego. Again, Phillips making his first varsity start in weight class 150 for the Red Raiders this season.
Deacon does a great job. He's got a half in with that far wrist trap. They were working their way out of bounds, so Deacon, instead of working him over for the pin, lifts him, drags him back inbounds, takes him over, gets the fall.
Deacon Holbert,
great effort there.
6 straight weight classes for Concordia that they've won, and the Panthers now lead Wamego 33-12 when it comes to the dual scoring. And now here we go, number 4 in Class 4A and weight class 157, Concordia's very own sophomore Drake Blockleiner. He's 21-1 on the season, and he will be taking on the senior for Wamego, Liam Smith, who is 4-6 on the season for the Red Raiders.
What was that?
Now the official talking to the score.
Technical violation on Concordia, 1 point for Wamego. Coach Brown is walking over to the head table to try and figure out what it was for.
So a point is awarded to Liam Smith of Wamego before we even have a second run off the clock. I guess Drake must have said something that the official didn't like, or maybe he didn't check in right. Maybe that's something that he's pointing at the scores table that maybe something wasn't executed right.
I think it was as simple as he didn't check in right, which I guess is technically accurate. So now we get to wrestling here. So sweep single, head inside single attempt there from Drake Blocklinger. Big lift, wasn't able to finish that, so he goes right to a double leg. Quick finish, 3 points for Drake. Really good attempt there off the opening whistle.
He lets Smith stand back up.
Going to look for kind of similar to the last match here. We're going to look to see if we can't work on our feet. Take down, let him up, take down, let him up till we get up by enough points that we can look for our fall. So Drake in on a head outside single to the opposite side, elevates the leg, far trip, takedown as they go out of bounds. So
another takedown for Blockleiner, and Drake leads it 6-2 with 1:17 to go here in period number 1. This is weight class 157. Number 4, Drake Blockleiner ranked in the Saint against Liam Smith, the senior, one of the few seniors for this Red Raider squad.
Drake is 21-1 on the season.
Yep.
Pretty special.
Yep. Only losses to Killian Vaughn from Southeast Saline, is a really good wrestler there too. So Drake opts for the neutral restart there. So working from his feet off the restart and on another really nice high C. So another takedown for Drake Blocklinger, and he goes right to a pinning combination on top. Kind of got a crossface. Had his leg in. Almost had like a Lundy position there, but didn't quite have the leg secured. Had a really good crossface, but didn't quite have the leg or a Turk position.
It is the 4-point near fall awarded to Blockleiner, as Drake now leads it 33-3 with 30 seconds to go here in the first period.
Yeah, nice double leg into kind of a Turk position, but he didn't have his leg secured enough, and I don't think he was really looking for the fall there. So as soon as he got pressure from Wamego, he gave up the pinning combination, went back to work on top. So
Blockleiner, the sophomore and starting quarterback for Concordia High School.
Drake in a really nice 2-on-1 tilt position there. Had Wamego on his back for a second, but apparently not enough for 2, so he goes away from the 2-on-1 tilt, goes right back to a chicken wing with that far wrist trap. Should get 2 points near fall there as time runs out.
And the buzzer sounds, and the 2 points are awarded to Blockleaner as Drake now leads it 15-3. Period number 2 set to begin, and Concordia leading the team score in this duel 33-12 as the Panthers have won 6 weight classes in a row.
And this is one of those ones where Drake has to pick top here, because if he picks neutral or bottom, he's going to give up a tech fall before he gets a pin. So Drake is really close to a tech fall, which is nice, but if we can get that extra team point for the pin, we would prefer that. So, and off the whistle, Drake able to break him down, get a chicken wing on the right side, got that far wrist trap. So Drake in a really good position here. He's got his chicken wing, and there's the roll through attempt from Wamego, which means Drake just needs to settle back, collect that head, really tight position, really good work, gets the fall.
Another pin for Concordia is Drake Blockleaner, who improves to 22-1 on the season, defeating Liam Smith. The Panthers now have won 7 weight classes in a row, lead the duel over Wamego 39-12 as we move to weight class 165. It's the sophomore for Concordia, Brayton Hake, who's 9-14 on the season, against the freshman for Wamego, Kelton Ross, who's just kind of getting started, 2-3 overall on the year. You're tuned into Concordia High School Panther Wrestling on KNCK Radio 1390, 98.3, and streaming on ncktoday.com. Lauren Swinson, Jeremy Will, I'm Austin McNorton.
Quick action off the whistle from Brayton Hake. Really good high C attempt. Tries to switch off to a double leg. Wamego does a really good job of trying to roll through, and Brayton rolls all the way through with him, keeps his composure, gets off of his hip, and able to collect himself, finds the 3-point takedown. So really good effort off the whistle from Brayton, as well as good recovery from position to finish his takedown.
So it's a 3-point lead here for Brayton Hake as we are in weight class 165. So this, and then there are 4 more weight classes remaining for those just tuning in or just watching on Cat Scratch Productions.
Oh, and they're all going to be fun.
Yeah. Well, hasn't this been awesome, Lauren? I'll tell you what.
It has, and you can just the aggressiveness of the Panther wrestlers have been really exciting tonight.
Yep. That's what you want to see as a team. Just aggressive off the whistle, constantly attacking. Never concerned if we give up some points. We're still looking to score. So.
And right now, Brayton gave up a couple of points right there in a reversal.
Yeah, pretty aggressive off the opening whistle, looking for his cradle. So he got a little bit high, and Wamego was able to buck him off and get right back into a reversal. So, but constant movement from Brayton Hake on bottom after he gives up the reversal to get a reversal of his own. So see if we can be a little bit more controlled here. Brayton also wants to really look for that cradle, which you got to really watch out for. You want to have that far wrist. There he gets the far arm, gets the cradle locked up and takes him back. Brayton Hake getting near fall here. He needs to get a little bit more control before he's able to get the fall. Wamego able to break his hands and get break free of that cradle. So, but still 4-point near fall there for Brayton Hake. So
9-2 now. Brayton Hake leads after that 4-point near fall with 20 seconds to go here in the first period.
No, we got a scrambled position here. That's one thing Brayton's going to have to work on. He's looking for that cross-face cradle, but you got to really control that near ankle when you're doing that, because if not, you're going to allow that bottom wrestler to be able to scoot out or away from bottom, and that's what he was able to do right there. And so now we are in a scrambled position where it was kind of head to feet there on both of them, but Brayton able to maintain his top position as we go out of the second period. So Brayton able to stay on top even though he's in quite a scramble there.
We're going to period number 2 here in weight class 165. A sophomore for Concordia, Brayton Hake, leading the freshman of Wamego, Kelton Ross, by a score of 9-2. Brayton in the red and white uniform, and for Wamego, it's the all-gray singlet for Ross.
So Wamego deferred in the second. Concordia, Brayton Hake chose bottom. Really good sit out and switch attempt, linking those two together, and winds up right in the double leg after his sit out to his switch. So now Brayton Hake's got a really good double leg, got him sit down, and now he got awarded the 2-point reversal. So great movement on bottom from Brayton Hake here. Let's see if we can do a little bit better job on top. He's super aggressive on top, which is great, which is what we like, but we want to be aggressive from good position. So he wants to find that crossface, wants to find that cradle. That's great, that's fine. We just want to make sure that we control that near ankle so we don't let ourselves get too high while we're looking for that. So, and Wamego able to break free of that, and he hits a stand-up, and Brayton dropped down to an ankle, which you really don't want to hold on long, so Brayton ended up just letting him go back to his feet. And why not? Because Brayton's beautiful sweep single after they get right back up to their feet. So Brayton gives up an escape, immediately turns it into a takedown.
Hake leading now 14-3 with 53 seconds to go here in this second period over the freshman Kelton Ross of Wamego.
And here's what I like to see too. You know, he was really working for that crossface cradle in that first and early second period. It didn't seem like it was working out. Got him in a little bit bad position. So now he's worked for a chicken wing on that left side attempt, chicken wing half off on that right side. So he's starting to kind of explore different pinning combinations from that top position. You know, let's just try and keep working, find something that's going to work, that's going to keep me in good position. So Wamego's doing a really good job of really trapping arms pretty hard. He knows he doesn't want to give up that fall. He's giving up, getting closer and closer to that tech fall. So he's really holding, trapping arms. Really good bar arm position there from Brayton Hake, getting a little bit close. Brayton recognized that rather than getting it stopped, he backed off of that. So that was kind of, I mean, really good bar arm attempt there from Brayton. But yeah, that's what we want to see. Hey, first thing got me into a little bit of trouble. I gave up a point or two. So now that I'm back on top, what's my next best pinning combination that's going to work for me?
4 seconds to go here in this second period. So this will be quick, and there we go. Period number 2 is over as Brayton Hake leads Kelton Ross here in weight class 165, 14-3. A moment to thank some of our sponsors: Century 21, Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, Sharp Performance, Farm Country Ford, Central National Bank, Abram Ready Mix. We couldn't do it without the support of all of our sponsors. Thanks to Logan Lilja back in the studio, Lauren Swinson, Jeremy Will, Austin McNorton here with you. You're tuned in to Concordia High School Panther Wrestling on KNCK 1390, 98.3, streaming on ncktoday.com. And in weight class 165, Concordia's Brayton Hake is awarded one more point and leads it 16-3.
Yep. Really good job from Brayton there. Wamego chose top to start the third, looking for a pin, you know, kind of looking for a miracle there. And Brayton, again, off the whistle, just linking moves together. Sit out, switch, fell into a double leg right to a half. So now we're really back on top, looking for a really good attempt here. You know, we're starting to get pretty close. You know, he's up by 13, so we've got one more real attempt as far as taking him over to his back. Wamego wants to keep away from the tech fall, keep away from the fall, try and save as many team points as possible. Brayton Hake's got a cradle locked up on Wamego's right side. He stepped over. He's walking it back. He gets it walked back over. So here we go. This might be the end of the match here if Brayton can get the fall, which he does not. So still great effort. Brayton Hake ends up with that tech fall. Wamego able to kick out of that cradle.
So a tech fall for Brayton Hake, which is, if you're just tuning in, you win by 15 points or more. So Brayton wins it by a score of 19-3 over Kelton Ross of Wamego. Another victory for Concordia, and the Panthers now lead this duel 44-12 with 4 weight classes to go. And here we go, weight class 175. The sophomore Trey Hamill, who's 19-6 overall in the season for the Panthers, taking on the freshman of Wamego, Hayden Simon, who's 8-6 overall. Wamego in the all-black singlets, Concordia in the red and white. Here we go, period number 1.
Really good double leg attempt there from Trey. Oh, really good finish there. So Trey Hamill with the double leg early on. Wamego did a great job of stuffing that double leg, but Trey did a really good job of switching off to a single leg head inside single and was trying to come around and finish it. Wamego was trying to fight that off, so a really nice cutback finish from Trey Hamill as they go out of bounds. So great finish, switching off, recognizing when one thing's not going to work, we go right to our next one. So restart out here in the middle, Trey Hamill on top. Lots of movement from the Wamego wrestler looking for his Granby. Trey doing a good job of following. We've got to keep our hips up. Just Granby attempt after Granby attempt there from Wamego, and actually got pretty close to a couple of them. So Trey ends up says, I'm not following. We're just going to give you a 1-point escape. We're back up on our feet. So
70 seconds to go here, period number 1. Trey Hamill leading Hayden Simon of Wamego in weight class 175, 3-1. Concordia leads the duel by a team score of 44-12 as the Panthers have won 8 weight classes in a row.
Trey Hamill with another takedown there. Wamego tried to drop their level, wrestle from the mat, and Trey with a really good hard club, hard snap, and was able to shuck him by, come around for a second takedown.
You know, he was a fullback on the football team, suffered an injury throughout the season, didn't get to play the middle part of the season, but you can see, man, he is stout and he is quick.
Yeah, really, really quick. You know, and that's one of those things that strong and quick is a pretty good combination.
Yeah, 175 pounds.
Yep. So, Trey opts to, on the restart after they go out of bounds, Trey opts to put him back up on his feet, so he's getting pretty comfortable on his feet here. So, Trey gives an escape to Wamego as we got 35 seconds left here in this opening period. See if we can collect another takedown.
30 seconds remaining. The crowd has been locked in from the get-go of the varsity girls duel, which was really close. Concordia girls defeated Wamego 48-36 in that duel. 15 seconds to go here in period number 1.
Trey's in a little bit of trouble here. High C attempt from Wamego. Trey was able to stuff it, find his front headlock position, but as soon as he went to that front headlock, Wamego was able to hit a far knee dump. And now Trey's in a little bit of trouble here because he gets rolled over through a butcher. So Wamego, really good chain wrestling there, hit their high C into their dump and went right to work on that butcher and ended up collecting 2 near fall there. So
they have the lead now, 7-6.
And that's that 3-point takedown, 2-point near fall. You know, you can climb back in a hurry. So we are now in a match here.
Hayden Simon now takes the lead over Hamill by a score of 7-6, going to period number 2. And Simon will start on the bottom here to start this period.
Wamego's choice, they chose bottom, and I'm sure we're going to see a whole bunch of Granby roll attempts here like we saw in that first period. Let's see if Trey can follow and start to control. And nope, didn't like that position, so he ends up cutting him. So Trey gives up an escape point to Wamego.
Now Simon leading Hamill 8-6 with 1:43 to go here in period number 2. And both players go out of bounds. Players, I don't know if that means wrestlers.
How about both wrestlers
come out of bounds here on the near side.
Hey, it doesn't matter. We just love that you're here. We love that we're on the radio, so it's all good.
Oh, goodness.
And it's a great duel here. So restart back in the center here. This is going to be a really important takedown. A shot attempt from Wamego, and Trey was able to step right by it and come around, collect his 3-point near fall, but Wamego goes right into a Granby attempt here. He's just had nothing but Granby attempts that have been, for the most part, pretty successful. So incredible takedown, quick feet movement from Trey Hamill on his feet. But now he's really trying to stuff this Granby roll that Wamego is still really, really looking for. Trey needs to get underneath that arm like he just did. That's what we got to do to beat that Granby roll. If you get underneath that arm, you can turn it right into your own pin. Trey now finding that half. He's got his near fall points. He's looking for the fall. Really good position here. He's underneath the head with his right arm underneath the arm, looking for that underhook, scooting that left arm up underneath. He's got one hook in, looking for the fall, finds it, scoots that left arm up underneath, collects both hands, gets the fall. So
what a battle from Hayden Simon of Wamego. He battled back to take the lead, gave everything he could against Trey Hamill, who improves to 20-6 overall in the season, gets the pin, and importantly, Lauren, gets those 6 points for Concordia.
It is, and they have the win now.
Yeah.
So with the 50-12 lead, and it's just been some critical matches here in the middle that the Panthers have really, you know, the scores actually not as close, or it's further away than the matches have really been. They've been good matches.
They have been, yeah, you know, and then like that one was a really, really big chess match there that Trey just really, again, kept his composure. You could see him. He was learning in the middle of the match. You know, Wamego was doing a good job trying to hit that Granby roll after Granby roll, and Trey, you know, was able to finally figure it out. And that's one of those things with that Granby roll is if you can stay underneath that near arm, you can turn it right into your own pin. So missed the first several opportunities and then figured it out midway through the match and worked out for him. So
we are now in weight class 190 here. 3 more, including this one remaining. For Concordia, it's the junior Clayton Vierick, who is 4-5 overall in the season. And for Wamego, it's the senior Eli King, who is 7-5 overall on the season. Again, Concordia in the red and white singlet, Wamego in the all blacks. 1:08 to go here in period number 1. And both wrestlers kind of doing a little bit of hand fighting here on the far left side of the circle.
High C attempt there from Wamego. He does get Clayton's leg. Clayton doing a really good job trying to keep his hips up off the mat. Wamego coming around. Man, and Clayton's just doing a really good job of fighting that off. It was a really, really good shot attempt from Wamego. Got deep in on that high C, but Clayton did a good job of squaring his hips up, trying to find that far half, especially as lots of pressure from Wamego drove Clayton down to his hip. Clayton immediately put in that far half and was able to stuff that attempt, and we get a stalemate. We go back up to our feet. So really good shot attempt there from Wamego, but great immediate defense there from Clayton. So now we got to try and circle around and try and see if we can find our offense from Clayton here. Let's see if we can, find our hand position, get them moving. There's lots of pressure, lots of movement, lots of, head banging. I mean, these bigger guys kind of move a little bit slower, but they try and move a little bit harder.
Yes, okay, yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're looking for our hand position. We're looking for our control. How do we move him? What's our opening? So we gave Wamego one opening there that we were able to not let them capitalize on, but now we've got to get some movement, get some control. This is just as much of a chess match right here in this position as anywhere else. So
that ends the first period. Just a lot of hand fighting, a lot of strategy. You can tell each wrestler just kind of trying to feel the other one out as we go to period number 2 scoreless. And again, in the dual scoring, Concordia leads at 50-12 as the Panthers have impressively won 9 weight classes in a row after starting out down 12-0.
Yeah, they wrestled extremely aggressive, extremely well, and it's been a good night for the Panther wrestlers.
Yeah.
And we have a fun finish tonight, folks. So I know the duel is technically over, but you got to stay tuned because it's like watching bull riding at the end of the rodeo. Like, this is what everyone sticks around for. Because the heavyweights tonight feature number 3 in the state, Tracer Murdoch for Concordia, and number 5 in the state, Josh Flanagan for Wamego. So don't turn that radio dial because, boy, it's going to be electric here at the buzzer of this one.
Yep, especially when you realize that Flanagan is 11-1 on the season. His one lone loss was to Tracer Murdoch.
Exactly.
So that's going to be a great one. So, yeah, everyone needs to stay in their seat and stay tuned. So
a point awarded there to, Eli Keene of Wamego. Did he get an escape? I think.
No, I'm actually not entirely sure.
Yeah,
I think he called it an illegal crossface. I think. I'm not entirely sure.
And in a match like this, 1 point could really make it the difference.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what, I mean, Clayton's doing a really good job on top here. He's looking for that crossface cradle. A sit-out attempt from Wamego, and Clayton almost capitalized by sucking him back. We saw that in the girls' duel. Worked for them, but Wamego able to collect themselves, get back right up to their base. So no near fall there, but that was really close there for Clayton. So he's doing a great job on top as far as maintaining that pressure, really looking for that crossface. I'm assuming that's what we got was an illegal crossface, just looking for a little bit too much there. But, so Wamego got a point so far, but, overall Clayton has controlled this match. So, and that's sometimes what we see is if we're not getting that cradle, we want to look for a near side butcher or a near side Turk. So Clayton's doing a really good job of finding that deep crossface, finding that armpit, and then trying to work that inside ankle. That inside ankle isn't there. We can look for that butcher. So really good effort, really good work there from Clayton on top.
You can tell both of the wrestlers starting to feel the fatigue a little bit. Both kind of got their hands on their hips and starting to feel it with 39 seconds to go here in this second period.
Well, that's the thing is, we've stayed on the match this entire second period, but, man, there's been a lot of movement, a lot of effort, a lot of work from both wrestlers. So, they've just been constant action, and that's one of those things. I mean, no points really in the match yet, but a ton of action, especially in this second period here. So Clayton, again, really good breakdown off the whistle, looking for that crossface from that left side. Wamego is doing a really good job of trying to fight that far hand, and there we go. We finally get our stalling call on, that's stalling call on Wamego. Not enough attempt, and that's sometimes what we see. When we look for that crossface, the bottom wrestler wants to peel that hand off and then control that wrist. Well, you're supposed to control that wrist and then move with it. When you control it and lay on it, that's when you're going to get hit with your stalling call.
The Wamego coaches didn't love the call, but Eli Keene still leads Clayton Vierick here in weight class 190, 1-0 as we go to the third and final period.
So Clayton doesn't give up a point. He gives up a point, or he gives away at a point for a technical violation, but he doesn't give up a point, but he does collect a stall, which in a close match could be really valuable towards the end of the match. So, gave up a point, but hey, we're on bottom here in the third period, and we're right to our feet off the whistle. Feet wide, working hands, stay in bounds, and we were technically still in bounds there, but they called it out of bounds.
So we go back to the middle after 6 seconds run off the clock. But boy, quickly though,
Yep.
Clayton got to his feet. We'll see if he can do it again.
And that's what we want to see, just over and over and over again. How many attempts can you get? He's back up to his feet off the whistle. Good ankle pick attempt there from Wamego to bring Clayton back to the mat. He's Wamego looking for that 2-on-1 on top. He's got wrist control on top, does Wamego. Clayton's got a really, and a roll through attempt. He's given up near fall from a roll through tilt. Clayton had a really good job, but he got that arm trap, gave a nice roll through tilt to Wamego. And this is one of those ones, so Wamego maintained that wrist control, just now gets the 2-point near fall awarded. So Clayton got right off of his back, but he wasn't, the referee wasn't going to award that 2-point near fall until he let that wrist go, to let that near fall, or let that pinning combination attempt go.
So now Eli King leads Clayton Viereck here in weight class 193-0 with only a minute to go. Going to need a miracle now for Clayton.
So, hey, really good job. Got wrist control, used it to get to his feet right up here. So now we've got a 3-point takedown instead of a 2-point takedown. So Clayton is down by 2. We get this next takedown, we can be up by 1. So this is really important. We got 40 seconds left. Just need to be smart, looking for good hand position, looking for pressure. Wamego's already been hit with the stalling call. There's the second one. He backed up almost around the entire circle, and there's the 1 point awarded to Clayton for that second stalling call on Wamego. There's 24 seconds left to go here. Clayton needs to get more pressure. He needs to get moving. He's going to have to create some more action if he wants to try and get another stall call. Got to move. Wamego is going to have to work forward, or he's going to be dangerously close to another. There it is. He tried to back out of bounds. As soon as he tried to work back out of bounds, that ties the score up.
The 2 stall calls on Wamego's Eli King ties the score at the buzzer.
And this is accurate. This is what we should have. There was no attempt from Wamego to try and get a takedown there, and Clayton was just pressuring in. Not enough time to really get that many stall calls as far as to get an extra one to win it. But hey, we need to be in overtime. Takedown wins it. Who's going to be able to dig deep enough?
A minute put on the clock in overtime. Tied at 3 here in weight classes 190. Clayton Viereck for Concordia, Eli King for Wamego.
Collar ties, head-to-head position here. Clayton really giving a lot of pressure. Wamego in on that high C that he started the match with. Clayton's got to do a really good job of getting his feet back, staying off his hip. He's got that near ankle, does Clayton. If he can hold that and stay off of his hip. Wamego able to drop him down to his hip. He's trying to step around, come around. Clayton's got a quarter Nelson in on the far side. He's got to keep Wamego's head down. That's a side-by-side position there. That's going to be 3 points. Clayton Viereck, I don't even know if he does that, but he was able to find a side-by-side takedown for Clayton Viereck. So that is considered control from a top wrestler, is if you have both hands behind the arms and the inside leg snaked. So Wamego actually put themselves there in that position by trying to step over to finish that takedown. But when Clayton threw in that quarter Nelson on that opposite side, when Wamego kept trying to come around, he didn't have enough leverage or pressure that Clayton was able to sneak his other hand underneath. And that has been, they changed that rule probably 7 or 8 years ago, and some kids really feasted on that rule change for a long time. So it has been a known rule that as soon as you go under both arms, inside leg snake, that is 3 points takedown.
What a battle, and we will pause 10 seconds for station identification, and when we come back, we got weight class 215 coming up next. Jeremy Will, I'm Austin McNorton inside of the jungle here on this Thursday night for Concordia High School boys wrestling in this North Central Kansas League duel against their rivals, the Wamego Red Raiders. We're in the final 2 weight classes here on this Thursday night. Concordia leads Wamego in the dual score by a score of 53-12. Here in weight class 215, it's the junior for Concordia, Max Johnson, who is 15-8 overall on the season, against the junior for Wamego, Talon Conrad, who's 8-2 overall. So a really good matchup here between these two. And so far it's been a lot of hand fighting, and just a little bit of chess being played between the two right now.
Yep, Max really looking for that. He wants that 2-on-1. I think he really wants that 2-on-1 on that left side, trying to climb up that arm. And Conrad there for Wamego is really looking for underhooks, hard collar ties, hard snaps. So really good action as far as the hand fighting that we want to see out of these big guys here. So a little bit of a sweep single attempt from Conrad. Max does a really good job of sensing that pressure change, gets his leg back, and a good re-attack attempt there from Max, but quick movement there from Conrad. We're right back up to our feet. So little flurry of action there, but good attempts really from both wrestlers. I mean, great defense there from Max, and really immediately looking for a re-attack. So
5 seconds to go here in period number 1. Both wrestlers on the center C here on this black and red mat, and that will be the end of the period. No points to either wrestler here in weight class 215. Max Johnson, Talon Conrad here. And this gym has not lost any energy whatsoever, even though they know the team score is kind of over.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of tired like we are. I've done nothing.
Oh, man.
I'm
I'm just getting warmed up here.
I know you are. You're in better shape than I am.
but no, these last two matches are both going to be really, really fun here. So Concordia defers to start the second period. Wamego chooses bottom. Quick movement from Wamego off the whistle, and Max saves the escape by going to his feet, or dropping to the ankle, and you have a set amount of time there to be able to return that wrestler to the mat, and Max opts to drive Wamego off of the mat, so he needs to be really careful there. There is a set amount of time, 4 or 5 seconds before you're going to get hit with a stalling call if you're holding on to that ankle. Now, a major part of that is just clamping down on the ankle on the mat, but even if you bring it up off the mat, you're really supposed to start to be attempting to return them. So, and Conrad from Wamego does a really good job fighting hands on the restart and is able to get up to his feet for an escape.
So the escape point awarded to Conrad as Talon leads Concordia's Max Johnson 1-0 here in weight class 215 with 1:07 to go here in period number 2. The last match went the distance into overtime where Clayton Vierick of Concordia defeated Eli Keene in weight class 190 by a score of 6-3.
And both these wrestlers have moved well on their feet, been good with their hands, trying to look for better and better head positions. So, this is going to be one of those ones where who's going to find the opening that they're able to capitalize on for a takedown could be a really, really big difference in this match, So I'll be interested to see. We've got 35 seconds here. What's Max's opportunity going to be? Underhook on the right side, looking for wrist control on the left. So Max kind of, really good shuck by, trying to get into a snap single, and then a re-attack from Conrad. So there again, now we're in an over-under situation here. Underhook on the right side, overhook on the left. So Max Johnson with a really, really nice shuck by, or shucking that underhook, had an underhook that he tried to throw by into a snatch single on Conrad's left side. So great effort there, great recovery from Conrad into a little bit of a re-attack of his own. So, great flurries from these guys on their feet. In both periods, we've seen a couple really good attempts with a re-attack from both wrestlers now. So, hey, this is going to be interesting.
Period number 2 comes to a conclusion as Talon Conrad of Wamego, the junior, leads the junior of Max Johnson for Concordia 1-0. 2 minutes to go. Can Johnson pull it out?
Johnson chooses bottom, looks to try and tie it up here. Really good movement off the bottom to start the match. A sit out, a switch. He comes back to another switch, and Conrad is starting to lose ground and tries to clamp down on the ankle, and he's right out to his feet. So great movement from bottom here from Max Johnson, and here we go. This is where this match needs to be decided. Who's going to find that opening? Both have had pretty good setups. Both have had pretty good feet movement. Both have had pretty good re-attacks, so we've been pretty even on our feet. That's why we're tied 1-1 here, but somebody's going to have to find that committed attack that they just keep driving through to finish, or keep committed to try and finish. So
1:15 to go here in the final period in weight class 215. Tied up at 1 between Max Johnson and Talon Conrad. You're tuned into Panther Wrestling on KNCK Radio.
For big guys, these are really quick.
They both move really well, don't they?
Boy.
Move really well. Hard club from Max Johnson, hard collar tie on the right side, over tie from Conrad's left, trying to keep him pressed off.
You can tell both wrestlers right now just trying to wait until the clock winds down to make that final last kind of Hail Mary move.
And we get a double stalling call from the referee on both wrestlers, and then Conrad right into a double leg. Max Johnson got caught off guard there, and he tried to a desperation high flyer. Was able to get off of his back there, but a double leg attempt that really just caught Max Johnson off guard there right after the double stalling call from the referee. Now Conrad on top, got both hooks in. Max Johnson is flattened out. Going to be a tough position. I mean, he's not in any danger here, but man, we got to score a bunch of points in a hurry.
So 10 seconds remaining. It looks like Wamego is finally going to end the Concordia streak of multiple weight classes in a row, and they will get the decision victory in the third and final period as Taylon Conrad defeats Max Johnson of Concordia by a score of 4-1. So 3 points awarded to Wamego, and now the dual score is Concordia 53, Wamego 15, and here we go. The moment everybody's been waiting for since 6 o'clock tonight. Number 3 in Class 4A, 22-1 on the season, the senior Tracer Murdoch for Concordia, going to York University to wrestle next season. And for Wamego, the junior, number 5 in Class 4A, Josh Flanagan, who's 11-1 on the year, and his only loss of the season is right here to Tracer Murdoch. So 2 top 5 wrestlers in the state of Kansas right here on KNCK Radio. Flanagan in the all-black, Concordia's Murdoch in the red and white, hand fighting in the center of the mat.
Yep, and that's what's going to be a real one that dictates this match is who can control the center, who can move the other wrestler, who can move the other into the position that they need to be in. So hard clubs from both, looking for that inside tie, who can find that wrist control, who can find that underhook, who can find that opening. So collar ties, clubs, stick and move, and that's one of those things. This is kind of a boxing match here to start off with. Who's going to win that boxing match?
And these wrestlers are a lot different than the last time they met. The last time these wrestlers met was in the first weekend of the 2024-25 season, and that was back on December 4th, I believe.
Yep. Both these wrestlers, I guarantee you, have grown.
December 7th, sorry about that.
Yeah.
December 7th, which was the first wrestling weekend when these met. So these are basically 2 different wrestlers than they were back then.
Yep. Underhook attempt on the right side there from Flanagan. Over-unders now. We've got over-unders for both wrestlers. So Tracer with a little bit better head position, burying that head in. Overhook on the left, underhook on the right. A little bit extended with that underhook on the right side for Tracer. Looking for leverage and pressure here. I don't think either wrestler had very good or wasn't really a fan of their position, so both of them wanted to back out and reset. Here we go. We got a collar tie on the right for Tracer. Over tie on the left there from Flanagan.
20
Fighting for
seconds.
wrist control on that opposite side. So, and that could be one of those things. Do we want a collar tie? Do we want an over tie? Are we able to shove it off? Are we able to hard snap? Hard snap there from Flanagan. Really good movement from him. In and out from Tracer. So,
and that will be the end of period number 1. And neither team or neither wrestler there with a point. Again, this is a top 5 ranked matchup in the state of Kansas here in weight class 285. Number 5 in Class 4A for Wamego, Josh Flanagan, 11-1. His only loss is to Tracer Murdoch, who's 22-1 on the season and ranked 3rd in the state right now.
Both of these wrestlers are almost identical in build and size and weight.
Yep. Wamego's choice to start the second period. Immediate crash to the left from Tracer Murdoch, so really good start for Tracer. Flanagan does a good job of trying to get back up to his base, really smothering right on top here from Tracer. He's got him broken flat out. He's really looking for that crossface to that right side, crossface from his left. So really good, lots of pressure. And this is kind of big here. He's able to keep him flattened out while he's working for his combination on top. He wants to try and find that 2-on-1 control on the right side. What do we got to try and use to try and figure out what our fall is going to be? So.
A minute 20 to go here in the second period, still scoreless. Flanagan.
Continued pressure. Tracer's got a chicken wing on that left side. Flanagan's able to use that to come up to his base, but he's able to fight it off here. We're getting towards the edge, getting to the out of bounds, and Well, and referee calls a stalemate there, which is probably the appropriate call rather than out of bounds. So, but really good start off the whistle there for Tracer. Pressure all the way out. You know, working for one pinning combination, looking for that crossface. Wasn't there, so we went to our chicken wing. So, off the restart, that's what we really want to see. Immediate crash right into wrist control. Tracer working for that left-sided chicken wing. He's got the far right wrist with the chicken wing on the left. Lots of really good hip pressure from Flanagan. So, he's able to get that far wrist free. Tracer's trying to run that chicken wing, catches the far wrist. If he can step over, he's got him on his back. Tracer in a really good position with that chicken wing. He loses the far arm, which is what he really needs. So he's going to have to press Flanagan's left arm down and get his hips back over. There he's got the arm pressed back. If he can get stepped back over and find the chin, he might be able to get the fall here. Flanagan doing a really good job of fighting off his back. He's gotten out of that chicken wing, and there he goes. He finds the chin. I think we've got a lot of blood.
Yes,
Yep.
and that's the case.
Yeah.
So in that instance, is the near fall points awarded? And yes, it is.
Yep, and really we should have, I believe it, well, I'm not entirely sure with blood, but I think it should be the 4-point near fall plus one
And that is
additional
right.
point for a stoppage.
And that's what happened. So
Darn
he
it,
gets
and
the near fall.
Yeah.
He's up 5-0. And Murdoch coming to check on his league friend here and
Well, I think he's got
competitor.
a lot of blood to get off of him, too.
Yes.
So, no, as soon as just the way that they were laying, Tracer had that chicken wing. And Flanagan did a really good job of being able to break his wrist or get his wrist free to be able to get off his back. And then as soon as he kind of came around, there was quite a bit of blood. Tracer must have caught a nose, which is pretty common in that position there. And referee has to stop it there as soon as he sees blood like that.
So with the blood time, we will take a 60-second break on KNCK Radio. You're tuned into the final weight class of tonight's duel. Well, actually, now it looks like we're headed back to the middle. Let's take a 30-second commercial break here, Logan. We'll come right back here to the jungle on KNCK Radio.
Yeah, I think they're going to.
Are
Radio 1390, 98.3, and streaming on ncktoday.com. Thanks so much to Logan Lilja back in the studio. Lauren Swenson, Jeremy Will, I'm Austin McNorton. As there's 15 seconds to go here in period number 2 of the final weight class tonight, weight class 285. It's number 5 in class 4A, Josh Flanagan, against number 3 in class 4A, Tracer Murdoch. And Murdoch leads Flanagan right now 5-0 as he got the near fall and then the stoppage point because of the blood from Flanagan, which paused the second period there for a moment. Now the second period over. 2 minutes remaining here in the final weight class.
Just a really good job. I mean, from Tracer off that restart, off the blood time, held him the whole time. Didn't have enough time to really secure a combination. And right out to his feet. Tracer chooses bottom to start the third period, maintains his position, waits for a little bit of movement from Flanagan, immediate sit out, and he's right up to his feet. So here we go. We're back on our feet.
Both wrestlers on their feet. That was a quick move from Murdoch to get on his feet. My goodness.
Yeah, really good mat wrestling from Tracer. You know, he put Flanagan on his back a couple times. Potentially could have got the fall without the blood time, but, you know, I mean, great effort from Flanagan to fight out of that. But, you know, maintain top position that whole second period, and then right out of bottom on the third. So that's exactly what we want to see, and we are back to blood time.
Blood time again for Josh Flanagan, and that will send us to another commercial break as Murdoch leads it 6-0 here, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. Thanks so much for Logan Lojabag in the studio making us sound good here inside of the Jungle on this Thursday night. Lauren Swenson, Jeremy Lowe, I'm Austin McNorton, broadcasting this North Central Kansas League Varsity Boys Wrestling Duel. As in the Varsity Girls action, Concordia defeated Wamego 48-36. And here in the boys, Concordia leads Wamego 53-15 in our final weight class. This is number 3, Tracer Murdoch, against number 5, Josh Flanagan. And Murdoch leads Flanagan 6-0 with 1:24 to go in the third and final period. Flanagan 11-1 on the year, Murdoch 22-1. Flanagan's only loss has been to the senior from Concordia.
You know, and it's one of those ones off the restart here. We're on our feet, neutral, after Tracer gets the escape pretty early on in that third period. You know, and when you got big stoppage times like that, 2 blood times in back-to-back periods, you just got to maintain your composure, maintain your focus. And Tracer ends up looking for a low single and gives up a takedown, a really quick go behind there for Flanagan. So really quick feet, good movement. Tracer kind of got clubbed into looking for that low single when it wasn't there. So really quick movement for Flanagan.
Another skate point, though, awarded for Murdoch.
Yep.
And Tracer goes up 7-3 with 40 seconds remaining in the final period.
Yep, I think Flanagan knew he wasn't going to turn him. So, hey, let's go back up to our feet and see if we can get another takedown, because technically Tracer's up by 4. That 3-point takedown can bring him back in it. But Flanagan's really going to have to look to try and create movement, create scoring opportunities.
And do it quickly.
Try and get back into this, because he's going to need 2 or some kind of takedown with some back points here. Tracer's kind of in control with the score.
Only 15 seconds to go. Murdoch is the one controlling this one. Can Flanagan have a miracle here?
Yeah. Warning on Tracer there as he gets pushed straight back out of bounds. An appropriate stalling call. Tracer wants to stay in this here a little bit. I mean, there's still going to be good opportunity for Tracer. We want to fight hands. We want to club hard, snap, look for our scoring opportunity, and there it is.
Tracer Murdoch finishes the duel for Concordia, winning by a decision over number 5 in Class 4A, Josh Flanagan, 7-3. That's the second time Murdoch has defeated Flanagan this season, and the final duel score is this: Concordia 56, Wamego 15. The crowd comes to their feet, the lights turn on, and it's now time for our Panther postgame show. And we'll be back in 2 minutes on KNCK Radio, and when we come back, we'll start to break this one down. We'll get a chance to talk to Josh Brown. He's going to bring a wrestler up with him. We'll talk to him.